Greetings, viewers at home, and welcome on another exciting episode here. Red Shows, where we talk about love, life, truth, and pain. Good morning, I'm Petros Koza. Kasarama Tlangwana, Ideri. When I'm so done with the night of the Holy Rosakela. Namutra, Yifamba Yolanda Hlabana. When Ikanu Lava, Mizenungu. This lady, she's so busy. She's a busy bee, but we're so grateful that today she made time. Hi, Yolanda.
Hi.
Bujan.
Ngiyaphilanjani?
Uzazis.
I'm Yolanda Hlabana.
Yes.
I'm a director at Pumlani Funeral Undertakers. I'm obviously in the industry of burials and underwriting. But most importantly, I'm a child of God, a daughter to my ancestors, a daughter to my living parents, a sibling, a big sister. I'm not even a younger sister, I'm a big sister. And also managing a business that was not necessarily started by myself.
Okay.
I will be honest, second generation in the funeral parlor. And if you know the history of funeral parlors, mainly is that it's generational business.
Sure.
So besides that, I'm also a mother, I'm a partner, and I'm obviously I'm a friend.
So
when you speak about...
She's everything, you know. It's a full house today, you know.
Yes.
It's a blessing to have you here.
Thank you so much.
You know, and I love the fact that you are a big sister. I know a younger sister, you know. Yeah, I know you're the one who's doing we are just saying more really bridge.
Ewadville.
That corner house, shop.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's no longer white, it's blue and yellow, please.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of where
Thank you.
Perfect. You know what? You're so perfect. Yeah. But besides that, tell me, what does it mean being a businesswoman in South Africa?
Sure. Post apartheid, post freedom, post business being open to women, it's been quite a challenge.
Yeah.
You always have to remember your role, you know, and in certain difficult situations, you're reminded of your gender. So you'll always find that depending who you're addressing and what you're addressing, you've got to come up with it on a different angle. So the one question you'd get dominating is, how do you argue a point across? And I always say, I don't have to argue it. With my tone and how I speak to you, I'll just need to get it across the simplest way. The way you would explain it to a 5-year-old, I can then explain it to a fellow, somebody in a different gender or within the same gender. So there's no need for me to push. If the point is valid, it's valid.
Yeah, no, you sound like a strong woman, you know. But I'm jealous. I'm a business now. I'm a business and corrective. I can't be guys.
Not true. Not true. Look, people say to me, what do you pray for when you wake up in the morning? You know, I thank God for a whole lot of things, you know, before I even get to my request list. But you remind yourself, as a purpose. Okay? My purpose is to bring light in the situation. My purpose is to bring hope in the situation. Ushonelo, you're already grieving, you're in pain. And how do I inflict more pain in you? I don't do that. I want you to walk into our office, distraught, but walk out and say, hey, man, but this and this and that. And she brought about the hope. Because not all funerals are coming clean and straight cut. And to be able to say, yes, we can fix that, or let us compromise. That's what I say my role is. I need to bring light into the situation. We need to bring hope, you know. No longer aid on stress, you know. You don't bring on stress. Let go of Tuesday and can go concentrate on the latter part of it. So if you still come into my office after 2 days, I'm concerned, you know, which I have not serviced you. Because you should be able to handle your issues that you need for you to.
So tell me, you know, the last time I was in your office, the Gumum was okay. So Ukoko Kuma Cameron Ukumbina Akara Mumpuluke, which was a woman's Abagana Puluke, Bahambi, the Bonke, and then Abekazo Puluke, we have Bata, Ugutum Puluke, Agapata, in Abegana Sans. You know, that lady cried to an extent that I cried. I felt as if I had money, I would have done something for her, because bamtshela ukuthi no lo muntu una 6 months angabhadali. In such situation, how do you cope?
Look, first of all, you've got to identify the first issue. Ugogo's grieving. She's lost umntwana. She's lost somebody she loves or somebody she even trusted. Now the woman has gone and done something irresponsible. Can't even ask what were her reasons. Maybe her reasons are valid. So in situations like that, it's always a case of gogo must stand in pants and look at the worst case scenario. You know, be there's a change a service in a package. You know, you know, I always say to people, let's work with what we have.
Oh, yes.
Because if you want to now be like have this exaggerated funeral with everything, the bells and the whistles, but we as good to pay essentially in South 10,000. That's not realistic. But come back to me, let us see where we can cut and let us see what's crucial, you know. You always hear people say funerals are so expensive and they always think it's the undertaker part. And sometimes I go, guys, you know, you can't get a package in 9,000, you can't get to pay 8,000.
Yeah.
Maybe the expense, you know what I mean? So you sit people down and you say to them, what do you have? What can we work with? You know, and we work with what we have. But I don't come to Zolafa. As long as I'm still operating, I still say, I don't come to Lafwa.
Wow.
You make a plan.
Yolanda Hlabana from London Funeral Services. We're going to give you her details so that if you need any help with regards to the burial issues, she's here to help you. Ageko umuntu ongeke aze angcwatshwe ngenxa yokuthi akuna mali. You know what? This has touched me. I have a heart for people. You know, yeah, my heart is for the people. So tell me, how do you start your day? Well, you said with your attendance, but on a Saturday, how do you start your day?
Sure. So any given day, I'm up from 4:30. 4:30, you're up, switch on your candles, have a prayer. One thing you always pray for as well is you pray for the families who want to go and handle. So in this period of COVID, that's now Saturday, we are waking up at 4. You find that I'm even up on a Monday. I was up this morning, I'm up tomorrow morning. And one thing I'll tell you, the phone rings. You've got a team that you must attend to. You've got the family that's got your number, even though it's written after hours, emergency only. The fact is an emergency to them. And I'm thinking, somebody must have told you. So you start off your day literally, we check out a team. You're on your phone. Thank you for technology. You're tracking cars. You're tracking on my van. You speak to one team leader. By the time I leave home with motherly things done, you get in the car.
You are a busy woman.
You get in the car. You're still on your phone most likely. But with a good team, those things seem easy peasy because we get a team and I'm a team leaders and our driver are responsible. I've got a really awesome team. Big shout out to them.
I know that. Shout out to you guys. Yes, I know your younger sister.
Yes.
You know she's so vigilant.
So you start off your day literally like that. You're writing schedules. People tend to think, decide Saturday morning. It's not like that. When I left my office already now, like saying, I know a schedule saksasa sibaliwe for the funeral yaksasa. I know schedules of Friday sibaliwe. Equipment and things are being checked and being serviced and made sure it is into inspection, you know. So it makes it a bit easy. So by the time the day goes through and you see the funerals come and happen, now your anxiety starts to drop and you start going, oh, thank you, Jesus, you know, everything has gone right. Come 3 o'clock, you go, thank you, because now if you but now you must take out the vans in the truck to go fetch Amaden and Amatafu. Lab, you could encounter different situations. And you're like, oh, we're not supposed to, it's COVID, we're under lockdown. But also I understand because Nyana's Guinea, when a crowd la paya, a crowd must be in a specific chance until 4 o'clock, you know. So that's it.
Then as a kind, we have many often about so much shame or to a patch, advice. Always wake up at 4, have a schedule for tomorrow. Always know it does always like Sasa, there's a saying that goes like, if you don't plan for your week, let your week give you what it wants. So tell me, what is the worst thing you have ever encountered in this period? The most blunder or yenzi in a way?
Gonna see it. I like that answer. I can see him.
Yeah.
So you're constantly taking responsibility.
Yeah.
So I'll speak of a situation.
Yeah.
I had a very prominent funeral happening in Pretoria. And I'm going to actually mention the surname because this is one family that gives me quite a bit of business. A family I got Stau, the late Stella Stau's family.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So it was her daughter's funeral, and we left a mover, a team, and we said, "We manage a funeral item within the same cemetery, but one is an open grave and one is a new grave." So you say to the team, "Nitate imitwala into." So my two favorite people, Usipa. They decide no, they will take set A1 okondlala kuyenza umncwabo wokuqala ngo9 uzongena umncwabo wesi2 it's about 10:30 abakasusi isetup leya yaka9 bayiletha la. And literally my sister was on the train and she saw amatende elethwa and they're running with them to come sit up with this family. Biggest blunder, because now fine waka9 manje silele nabantu baka 10:30. There's no setup. These people have paid. On a crowd, how do you do damage control?
Yeah.
The team leader of that time goes blank. So how do you fix that? And the phone names I mentioned, cross. You know, because now everybody's panicking.
Yeah.
But again, when you have a good team, you know which things are going to be fixed. My sister literally said, "Listen, we work with what we have. I'm as long as umshini ukhona, ayihliswe with dignity, and then try to control that." But after that situation, it was really a case of come back home, go to the funeral, police. The worst thing the funeral is that I'm not repeat or I'm not cut, and let's do this again. And you scar people. But you find ways to say, "Yeah, police," and really show, we had to show remorse, we did show remorse, and say, "Mhlawumbe khulula." Or kuzobane unveiling, invite, something. And truly, a year later, we were unveiling a tombstone, and we said we'll do the setup for free. We'll bring in more and even now, very good friends are the family.
Yeah, in business, there's always is finalists. You know, I remember one time, natumela machita wangu cha umshutelo mshado. Machita wafike wa flop. To this day, umfundisi Matheula asizwani machita wafike wa flop mshado. Enakusimi.
But you take accountability.
Yeah. So tell me, what is the most, joyful moment in this business now?
At the end of the job, to get a thank you. Wow. That's all we ask for. Thank you. Siyabonga. Everything was perfect. And you go. So that thank you goes a very long way for us. Yeah.
So mhlawumbe to someone or sisemncane lapha ekhaya who's willing to venture into this business, ungathini kuye?
This business requires a lot of emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
You need to be emotionally intelligent. You need to be very patient. Abafanya abantu who are going to walk through your door. You also need to be passionate and very hands-on. You cannot say, "Hey, mina ngiyamsaba umufi, I need a back." Uzoyenzani the day abobaba abancedisa emuva bangekho. Uzothi kuleyo family jikani ngizonibona ngo3 years ukubani. No, you don't. And also you walk into different homes. So you can't be exactly judging even a situation. You literally become a social worker, a lawyer, a doctor, walapho, ingoba lalapho, just to help out in the situation, and you work with this family. So you need to be really flexible. You need to understand abantu. And also you need to have the patience for the money. People say, "Oh, you must make money because don't buy shona every day." Not everybody shona chooses you as a service provider. Yeah. So you have to have a way to stand out from your other competitors so that people choose you as their preferred service provider.
Mtanaseka, today you heard it yourself from the horse's mouth. Umengabe le awizwana okanye uyithathanga. Ayikha mina ngazi uyifunani kumina ngoba mina sengulethele bonke. Ebengakamlethi lokuyolanda Hlabana. So tell me, if people want to inquire, where do they get hold of you?
Alright, so you can inquire on our Facebook page, Pumlani Funeral Services on Facebook. You can go in there, you send us a message and we'll respond to it. Second to that, we've got an email address that you can your inquiries on. It's sales support at pumlanefuneral.co.za, and you can also email me directly on Yolanda at pumlanefuneral.co.za, as well as 2 numbers that we've got: a landline 011-914-5301. I'm going to repeat it: 011-914-5301, as well as our inquiry line, which is 067-003-8992. It also works as our emergency line should you need our services ngobusuku. So 067-003-8992. That's where you can find us. At Daveyton Sikona, this is Jumba Street.
Okay.
Sikona Whiteville,
Okay.
the Kona Macau and Buloi. The blue and yellow double-story house.
That's the one.
Togoza. Sikona Togoza. Mashop at Clockwing. You can get hold of us there.
Oh, nice. Please do call Usis Yolanda to find Gabanzi nge-service yabo abayi-offerayo ngoba ngiyazi ukuthi uyayidinga. Lalela mntana sekhaya, ngiyazi ukuthi thina masifana 21 sibabana we feel death will never come to us. We feel as if death will come when we are 35. Instead, death comes untimely. So today, sithathele nawo umshwalense ozokusiza ukhavara ugogo, ukhavara umndeni wonke, ukwenzela ukuthi noma ugogo ahamba ube buhlungu inhliziyo kodwa ukwazi ukuthi ufihle. Siyabonga. Isale kahle emakhaya.